What is up, guys? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now we are back with our Detroit Tigers franchise here on MLB The Show 18. So we are now in Season 2. Not a great start, 19 and 31. But we do have a really young team, so obviously there are going to be some growing pains, just like last year. So today we're going to be doing the MLB draft. Probably not going to do this trade. Yeah, no. Because Josh Harrison is pretty good. We might look to flip him at the deadline. So... no, keep him active. It's Franklin Perez, for crying out loud. So DJ LeMahieu gets traded for Jay Bruce and Dominic Smith. That's actually a pretty big trade, because Dominic Smith is a really solid prospect, and DJ LeMahieu is a really solid player. So I don't know what pick we have, because we didn't get a Rule 5 draft pick. Like, 2019, like, you don't have to make a Rule 5 pick, but it wouldn't even let us make a pick, which is really confusing, because it numbered 1 through 29, we weren't there. And we had the tied for worst record with the Royals. So I don't know who they're going to give it to. I don't even know if we're going to get our pick, for crying out loud. So I'm a little worried. It looks like Fernando Tatis had a pretty good May. That's good. I know Alonso struggled in April. Did he have a good May? Not terrible. So hopefully we can have as good of a draft pick as Alejandro Alonso. Of course, we picked him with the number 1 pick last year, and he is a really good prospect, like 13th or 14th. Oh, he's number 9 now. Wow. So he is climbing up there. Tatis is at 13. Matt Manning and Alex Faedo are also probably here. Yeah, Faedo at 26. Enrique Nunez, I forgot about him, at 30. And Matt Manning is not on the list? I guess not. That's surprising, because he's not on the Major League team, I don't think. Is he? No, he's still in AAA, yeah. So, let's just get right into it. Hopefully we have our pick. Just auto-utilize. And we have the number 1 overall pick. Okay, so they ended up giving it to us. So we get the number 1 overall pick for back-to-back years. So we have all our picks. That's good. We didn't sign anyone with a qualifying offer. Like, superstars get qualifying offers, like Bryce Harper, Manny Machado. And I don't even think you lose your first-round pick. You usually lose, like, your second or third-round pick. So, I would say this team needs bullpen, maybe outfield, maybe catcher. I don't think you take a reliever number 1 overall, though. So, this is certainly interesting. While I don't think starting pitching is a gigantic need, Vaughn Crosby, in my opinion, is the best player on the board. He's supposed to come up in 2020, which is actually next season. Probably won't be up next season, but he's only 19 years old. He has a lot of potential. And he's going to be pretty decent right away. So it's not like he's going to be extremely raw. Sort of like Alejandro Alonso, where he's only 18, but he's already like a 68 overall. So hopefully we don't regret that selection. In the second round, we will be going for a little bit of a risk. That is Chris De La Cruz, a third baseman. We already have a good situation at third base. We have Alonso, Jeimer Candelario, Joel Lugo. But we could probably fit some of those players at other positions. And I think De La Cruz is probably the best prospect on the board. It is a little risky since we haven't fully scouted him, but I think that's going to be a good pick. In round 3, we're going to make another risky pick because we have not scouted this player too much. That is relief pitcher Luis Kozar. I believe the first guy we picked was from Illinois, and now he's from Illinois, so that's kind of funny, I guess. We haven't really scouted Julio Hidalgo too much, but he's only 19. He has potential. He's probably going to be really raw, but hopefully he can be a really good prospect in our farm system. In round 5, I believe it is, we're going to be picking Ray Rubio, a player that we have scouted a decent bit, can play all the outfield positions, so hopefully he can be a good utility player. In round 6, we're going to be picking Rufus Nguyen from Texas. He looks like he could be really good right away, and he has some upside, so I think he'll be a good addition to the bullpen. So we're going to take a look at every single team's draft, starting with the Royals and finishing out with us. So the Royals, of course, had the 2nd overall pick. They took David Cora. He's already 23 years old, and he's only a 43 overall with 91 potential. So certainly a build-upon player, but probably not that good of a pick. In round 2, they took 21-year-old catcher Shane Roberts. This looks like a really good pick, a player who could be in the majors pretty soon and has potential. And their last pick looks like a pretty good one, too. Gilberto Cordova, only 19 years old, 68 overall, B potential. The Minnesota Twins in the first round took Juan Avila, Doesn't look like that good of a prospect. Not a very good draft from Minnesota. The Angels took Michael Rubio in round 1. Same thing. But their last pick, John Cox, doesn't look too bad. The Oakland A's, Ernest Gutierrez. Only a 48 overall, but 99 potential. So he could be someone who's really good in the future. And Pablo Fernandez looks like a really good pick as well. The Seattle Mariners took Rich Ortega, and he looks really good as well. 98 potential. Man, the AL West is dominating. For Rangers, 96 potential. Gil Garcia. The Astros sort of fell off the streak, but Richie Gibbons is already at 74. He's only 19, so still a good pick. Jose Spanos, not too bad of a prospect with 85 potential himself. The Atlanta Braves, Carlos Ferreira, a player that we somewhat considered at number 1. He looks like a really solid pick. Gil Veras, not too bad. And Jeff Lund, that's a pretty good value pick. The Miami Marlins got Lorenzo Pedroza from the Dominican Republic, only 18 years old. He looks like a really solid player. Jared Ayala, that looks like a nice pick. And Robin Chico, so a bunch of late round gems, including this Chico guy. The Nats got Mariano Zavala. He doesn't look too bad. He's already 23 though, and he's 5'7". And Cody Walker, that looks like a pretty nice pick. The Mets' first round pick, Daniel Pena, doesn't look too good. See potential, already 23, 53 overall. Mario Franco in round 2, not terrible. Pedro Gonzalez, starting pitcher. He looks like a pretty good pick. The Philadelphia Phillies got Ryan Beavers, only 19, 94 potential. That looks like a nice pick. Jeffrey Chavez, not too bad of a pick. The Cubs, Andy Stover, he looks pretty good. Sergio Carmona, he looks pretty good too, and he has a very nice beard. And Felix Hernandez, what in the world? And he's a starting pitcher. That's pretty funny. Probably not as good as the Mariners' Felix Hernandez, but Cubs got 3 solid starting pitchers, including Felix Hernandez. The Reds took Alejandro Valdez, 19 years old. Nice pick. Jason Rosas, pretty good pick. Ray Rodriguez, pretty good pick. Brewers, Terrell Brazel. That looks like a pretty solid pick. The Pirates, this looks like a really good draft. Willard Egbert and Diego Quezada both have a lot of potential. Gerardo Blanco, not too bad in the later rounds. The Cardinals, I believe they got a 99 potential player, or it was the Braves. I'm not entirely sure. One of those teams last year. Alex Rivas, already a 70 overall. Andres Ornelas, pretty good selection as well. The Diamondbacks, doesn't look too special. For Rockies, Julian Campos, that looks like a nice pick. And Roberto Cabral, pretty good pick. The Dodgers, not too special. Louis Fagan, not too bad. Alex Terrero for the Padres, that looks like a really good pick. And Greg Ward, so I guess the former Houston quarterback is trying baseball? I don't know. The Giants, not a great first round pick. Ryan Stalling, 68 potential. Not a great draft at all. The Orioles, Samuel Piedra, pretty good pick, 92 potential. The Braves, not the Diamondbacks. Edgar Reyes, not too bad. Charles Lawler, not too bad. The Yankees, Carlos Manzanillo, not too bad, 19 years old. The Braves, not the Braves, the Rays, Anthony Andersco, I don't know. Very raw, but pretty solid. Brian Marmolejo, pretty good prospect as well. The Blue Jays, Matthew Ishii from Japan, 97 potential. The White Sox, Nathaniel Lemons, not terrible. Dwayne Dube, not terrible. The Indians, Will McMillan, David Judd, pretty good. And last but not least, the Detroit Tigers, Vaughn Crosby, 91 potential. Already a 71 overall. That looks like a home run. Chris De La Cruz, 61 with 79 potential. Luis Kozar, 59 with 73. Julio Hidalgo, 48 overall with 76. Ray Rubio, 89 potential, 49 overall. And Rufus Nguyen, 63 potential with 71 overall. So, not a great draft by any means for the Tigers, but not terrible, I guess. Vaughn Crosby looks like a really, really nice pick. Already a really good player. Certainly going to be up by 2021 at the latest. So that's going to end the video. How do you guys think we did? Our starting rotation is going to be really nice. Michael Fulmer, Franklin Perez, Faedo, Manning, Luis Medina, Vaughn Crosby. Those are 6 guys. Marco Mejia once he develops. So that'll end the video. Make sure to slap the like button. Let's move Mejia to AAA because he's doing really well in AA. I'm out. Peace.
Hey,